Cool. Good evening, good afternoon. I hope everybody is doing well. Buenos dias. Me por 14. Good morning, Ralba and Subsonic. Good evening. Hope you guys are doing well on this Friday evening. Here we are in Paris for the Six Nations Round 2 event on VATSIM, flying from Paris to Edinburgh. So quite like a good flight, an hour and about 15 minutes from France to Bonnie, Scotland, so that should be good. Virtual pilot, good morning, sir. How are you doing? Welcome back. Good to have you back here. So yeah, do a quick flight from one of my countries to my other country. So that's a nice way to put it. So it should be nice. On the 777, a bit of hype, you know, that the new PMDG is gonna be released probably at the weekend. I suspect. The way they go on about it, it's probably gonna be at the weekend, so everybody can have a look at the weekend and get a hand on it, I guess. So I think it's coming.
Only traffic with 185 approaching runway 02.
Yes, okay, I'm gonna have to quiet these guys on Unicom. Let me do that now. And then please remind me to unmute that. So yeah, here we are in Charles de Gaulle Whiskey 4. I think, what time is it? Yeah, it's about 1800 now, so let me have a look at vPilot. We've got the approach, we've got ground. We'll just give these guys time to come online. So anyway, by the time we get cracking, everybody should be online for the event. Yeah, Six Nations game, which actually apparently has been, I don't know if it's been totally cancelled or just postponed, but it was due to take place tomorrow, and it's not gonna happen because apparently 16 French players have tested positive. Oops, so it's not happening this weekend. Maybe next week. Well, not next week because it takes kind of a couple of weeks to kind of, so I don't know, next in 2 weeks time, or otherwise postponed or cancelled, who knows, but it's not happening this weekend, so no French and Scottish rugby this weekend, unfortunately. It's one of those things. Sign of the times indeed. Right, so without further ado, let's jump in the flight deck, get the sound and the simulator as well. Today we're gonna do the French voice with FS2 crew. First of all, let me close the doors here. That's not what I want to do. Close the doors for the catering, it's done. And bring FS2 crew. Since yesterday there were a few French speakers and were, oh, you could do it a little bit in French, so bonsoir, here we are. And yeah, there's still places I've not been to actually, but as through the list is starting to become smaller and smaller indeed.
Bonjour capitaine, comment ça va aujourd'hui?
Ça va, merci. He's not recognizing that. I'm great. Yes, it's recognizing it. Cool. I have to speak English. Bonjour capitaine, comment ça va? Oui, oui. And then we go to 40.
Ok, je vais dehors pour le walk around.
Ah oui, oui, je vais dehors pour le walk around. Oh, you speak French very well. Excellent. Right, so this dude is muted. Close this one. We are good to go now. Right, so I hope you are having good plans for the weekend. Friday evening, so Saturday, Sunday coming up. As I said yesterday, I'll be away on Sunday. So tomorrow I'm not gonna be on because the day before working usually I kind of like to relax. Plus this Saturday, the kids are gonna be around and stuff, and I got stuff to do during the day. So tomorrow I won't be around, and as Ralba said, 2 evenings in a row because I'm trying to kind of be good to you and catch up a little bit because I'm away pretty much all of next week. So I'll be back again on the Thursday, I think. So you're not gonna see me all week. So you'll see me twice in a row this at the end of this week. Right. So with that out of the way, without further ado, we'll get cracking. So as I said yesterday, actually, when we get to the aircraft is pretty much in this state, so it's powered up, not cold and dark, because most of the time the engineers would have worked on it, or would have done some work, reset some of the stuff. So yeah, the aircraft will be powered up. So what we'll do, obviously, when we come into the flight deck is kind of have a look around a little bit, make sure from a safety, security point of view that no objects were kind of left behind, things like that. Check the status of the aircraft and the logbook, for the aircraft. Make sure that there's no defects in particular affecting the capability to dispatch the aircraft. So if we've got to basically apply the MEL, the minimum equipment list, or not. Most of the time it's not an issue because the aircraft are well maintained. There's no defects really to take into account, and if there are, it's like very little things, nothing really major. And yeah, then the one of the 2 crew members will go for the walk around, as I just simulated here with FS2 crew. And then another guy will start setting up the aircraft. So we'll start with the Adiru, the emergency lights, and then we will do a data link master reset, which we cannot do here. It's not really simulated in the data link system, but I think it might be some sort of simulation done, maybe with a new update. Who knows? Excellent. Not missed anything on the chat. I'm keeping an eye on the chat as well. That I've got got the chat here. This way. I've got all the kind of side add-ons here. I've got the simulator there, so I'm kind of moving around. Right, so the FMC, we've got the idle page, like always starting with the idle page. Model 300.2, that's ER. G90 engines. Iraq is the correct one since yesterday, as I pointed out. Reference airport is LFPG. Ah oui. Oops. What did I type? LFPG. That's it. We'll take the GPS position and then do the route request. It must have given me this all the time then. NGX and the 777. And actually there's a difference of 1 route. I don't know what the difference is. No clue whatsoever. Anyway, we'll enter LFPG here. So you know that if you enter LFPG, then it kind of restricts the number of routes to the actual departure airport, and it's this one, the LFPG EGPH 01. So we'll request that one, and from now on we kind of simulate the data link. The choice with the route is not really in the actual aircraft. You just like press the request button here, like LSK3, and then it sends the request. You don't have like the list of routes and stuff. That's obviously a simulation thing. Right, so after a few seconds, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, maybe up to you know, 1 or 2 minutes for the first uplink to come back. What usually comes is what we call the oops, I don't think it's there. No, there's nothing really simulated here in the data link. What comes up first usually is what we call the flight initialization, which is the details of the flight, so the flight number, the date, along with the crew staff numbers and stuff. You know, that's more like admin stuff coming up first, and then the route comes up. Pretty much as is here in the simulator. The route, the flight number comes up because obviously the uplink is sent by the dispatch office basically, and obviously they know from the request they know about the flight number as well, which the simulation doesn't here. So and then yeah, pretty much as the simulator does here. So we'll load the uplink. Hey, Red Fox UK, how are you doing, sir? Welcome. So the route 1 uplink is loading, so we can clear that message. Now we've got the origin airport and the destination. The call sign is the Air France 1686. And I remind you that here the flight number is actually not the flight number that you would have on your ticket, for example, but it's the flight number that is on the ATC flight plan. So the with the ICAO, how can you call that? Not the ICAO call sign, but the ICAO. How do you call that? My brain is is fried. For Air France, for example, you'll have the IATA and the ICAO codes. That's what I was looking for. The IATA is more what you have on the ticket, you know, or when you book a flight, it's the actual IATA code. So for Air France, for example, it will be AF. But then for everything that's to do with the actual flying and for operation purposes, it's the ICAO code, which is AFR, you know. So that's something to bear in mind. So the flight number is actually with the ICAO code and the call sign that appears on the flight plan. And you're gonna tell me, well, you know, here of course it doesn't really matter so much, but what you have to bear in mind is that in today's aircraft, what you put in the FMC here is what is sent by the transponder mode S. You might be aware about mode S. That's where the information is taken from. So it's quite important for the call sign to be entered properly here. Alright, so that's done. And then the route, I'll trust the route is correct because it's saved. So, but otherwise, if you want to be pedantic, which I'm not gonna be tonight, it's to kind of look at the flight plan here and kind of go through the route. So the route is up here and kind of go through the route. So that's actually what we would do even in the aircraft, even when you get the uplink from the dispatches to go, okay, and we start with Atrex, then Upper Tango 225 to Vezan. Basically kind of go through the flight plan route here at the top, which are highlighted, what you have in the FMC. You know, that's really the key thing is always to double check what you have on the paper, be it on the flight plan, on the charts, and what you have in the FMC. It's the key thing to do at any stage of the flight. So yeah, we assume this is all correct, so we'll activate and execute. Remember that to assume is to make an arse of you and me, so never assume. Alright, then for the perfinite, once again, as I pointed out yesterday, we have to reject it because PMDG doesn't know really the information about the flight, so it kind of gives you a random number. Above all, for the reserves, I think you can customize the cost index. You can kind of save it in the settings. Cruise altitude, I think it's trying to kind of find its best level, but the reserve, it doesn't know what your alternate airport is, of course, and it doesn't know, you know, the quantity for the last 30 minutes. So it's kind of eyeballed by PMDG, but we can kind of cancel the uplink and enter the numbers ourselves. So the reserve is 6.5. The alternate today is Glasgow, which is not very far. Cruise altitude is going to be 340. We're not going to go very high. Cost index, like always, 120. I find it works quite well in the sim here.
Ok, je suis de retour du walk-around.
Ah, oui, oui, il est de retour.
Everything looks good.
Everything looks good, comme on dit, oui. He speaks Franglish, of course, no problem. And then for the engine out, which I think you can save as well, we'll set 1000 and the acceleration height 3000. Right, let's see, first of all, the ATIS. I think ATC must be on now. There is an ATIS 127, 125. Let's listen to that. Get the airfield information. Any questions so far? Because I mean, I'm kind of going through things a little bit here, but if it doesn't make sense, then please let me know. And I need to unmute. vPilot. Even unmuting vPilot is not really helping, actually. It's not helping. Why is it not helping? Landing and departing, runway 09 left, 09 right. Okay, let me get the text message then. Directly on vPilot. Runway 08 left, 09 right for departure. Okay, so since we are on the northern side of the airport, I guess we're gonna be sent to the northerly runways, so we can go for runway 09 right. Actually, a little bit like I did yesterday, what I'm gonna do is actually get the clearance now, so that at least I can set everything and we don't have to kind of faff about trying to find out where we are going and what the SID is going to be. Alright, so mixed frequency. Oh, no delivery, 1216. Okay. 1216. I think it's easier to do it like that. I mean, because if you start like setting up the aircraft for a certain departure, and then they give you another clearance, then you got to reset everything. So I think it's better to kind of get the clearance first and then continue the setup. The Gold Ground, good evening.
Flash calling, good evening.
Good evening, Air Force 1686, with information Charlie, correction, Alpha, request clearance to Edinburgh.
Air France 1686, information Alpha is correct. Clear to Edinburgh via the Atrex for Gulf departure, runway 09 right, initial climb, flight level 100 and squawk 5673.
Okay, clear to Edinburgh, Atrex 4 Golf, runway 09 right, initially flight level 100, squawk 5673, Air France 1686.
1686, feedback is correct, report ready for start and push.
Wilco, Air France 1686. Okay, so now we know, that's good. We're gonna go for runway 09 right, which was expected, but it's always good to double check. Atrex 4 Golf. So now we go back to the route page. We've got the runway showing.
1596, clear to Edinburgh asphalt via the Atrex for Gulf departure, runway 0
Let me
right.
mute those guys again, because for the moment we don't need all that ATC chatter in the background. Yeah, so we got runway 09 right showing, and if we go to the next page, we go now the departure and to the first waypoint Atrex with no discontinuity, so that's good, we can execute. Then once again we'll go back to the chart, so go to the chart here. Yes, here it is. What's happening with the chart? Here it is. So we go from runway 09, which is 09 right, which is down here. So first we go to the Papa Golf 091 here, which we have in the FMC. Then to the Papa Golf 092. Oui.
Merci, je reviens plus tard avec le devis de centrage.
We'll start the boarding then. On peut commencer l'embarquement, oui, oui. We're not gonna board 600 passengers, that's for sure. 45 will be enough. Cool. So that's going on in the background. So Papa Golf 091, Papa Golf 092. And then it's a left turn going up there on the Atrex 4 Golf all the way to Atrex. So only 3 points, quite straightforward. And that's it. There's nothing else we need to do. Then we'll go to the route data, load the wind data up here. We can double check the information we have, it's good. So we can execute. And then you saw we had the decent forecast winds as well. So we can go to the VNAV decent page forecast and load the winds there. We'll set 70 first of all here. The NavRad we can leave as is. Progress page 483 for distance on the flight plan of about 491, so it's close enough. We'll do a route copy onto route 2 and then display again route 1. Check any outstanding uplinks. We've put everything back in the FMC, so there's no issues. And the fixed page, we can set maybe the transition altitude there, 5,000 feet. The MSA is based on the airport, so we can put that as well if we want to have an idea of where the minimum safe altitude is around the airport. So 25 miles around the airport there, which is good. And then leave the FMC on the Perfinite page. All good so far? Any questions? Let me know. After that, we'll use the good old B function of the simulator. Ooh, QNH is very high, 1036, high pressure, amazing. Here, so we got the QNH on the FS panel there. And yeah, there's nothing else we can do. Switch on the flight director. Runway 09 right, heading is... let me try to work that one out quickly. 086. So always important to kind of set the runway heading, because on departure that's obviously what you have. And if there's, for example, an engine problem, then normally you track straight ahead. So that's why you need a kind of runway heading there. Otherwise, you'll be kind of tracking in the wrong direction, you know. And then flight level 100 as we were cleared. Talking about clearance, give us a squawk 5673, like so. And as we said, flight level 100. Then I'll check the oxygen. Not that there's gonna be anything happening today, but just that's what we do. Now on the PFD we got Toga because the flight director is up. So that's the first indication on the FMA up here in the flight mode enunciation or annunciator that You got Toga. These are the first modes. Then you can obviously engage LNAV, VNAV, and other modes. But initially, that's what it gives you. Flight level 100 in magenta there, and that reflects what we have in the MCP altitude window up here. We've got the QNH, then the navigation display is set with the VORs. We've got the airport display there. Here it's off, here it's back on. If we want, we can put the VORs, that's what STA is for. So like stations, I guess, but I'm not really sure what it stands for. I think stations. I usually don't display that really. Waypoints actually only displays the waypoints within 40 miles. If your range is bigger than 40 miles, then the waypoints and the navigation display are not showing. So that's something to bear in mind. These are all very little things. I mean, it's nothing really important for the for the flight simulation. And then yeah, check that the thrust levers are closed. Yesterday they were like this with the with the joystick. The speed brake lever is down. The pitch trim is in a kind of neutral position here. Parking brake is set, and we've got the parking brake set indication there. As a memo message, the fuel control switch cut off, and yeah, pretty much that's pretty much it, really. Right, hey, Cyber Dummy, how are you doing, sir? Welcome back. Today we're gonna fly up to Edinburgh, so it should be a good one. Looking forward to that one. Go and eat some haggis and drink some whiskey. That'll be nice. No Six Nations, no, for the two teams. I can't believe it. 16 of them. Yeah, the prediction king is the maestro is not here yet. He might join later on. You never know. Maybe he's having dinner now. It's kind of dinner time. Maybe, I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see him. Yesterday, eventually, he claimed back his crown. So with the landing rate competition, fantastic. Hey, Requiem 48, can you show the test system again? What do you mean the test system? Which one? I'm not really sure which one you're talking about. The test system.
TCAS test pass.
Oh, when you do the you test the lights and the APU, yes.
For the checklist.
Certainly. Hold on. Let me put the. So the fire test is up here. So you got the APU, and then there should be a message on the ICAS, which doesn't really show here for some reason. So that's the fire test. And then for the lights, the switch is here with all the lights on. So not so much now because we don't really have visitors anymore, but a few years back, when, in particular, when kids come on board and come on the flight deck to have a look, at the end of the flight. You can put all the lights on like this and say, oh, it's like a Christmas tree or something. So that's quite nice. That's the light test. For some reason here you have to keep pressing the button. But so you've got the lights on the overhead, and you would have also the lights, the background lights on the MCP buttons here, and a few other lights as well around. So yeah, that's always that's always quite nice. Yeah, you put all the lights, and above all, if it's dark, it's very bright with all the lights. Obviously, you know that it's cold or like dark concept aircraft. So up there, you should you should have really many lights on. You know, when the aircraft is supposed to operate normally, you should have no lights at all up there. We'll see it later on once the engines are running. Right, so that's pretty much that setup. I'll brief FS2 crew briefly. We're gonna go from the gate, and we're gonna keep the transponder, reduce the thrust, keep flaps 5. We'll have the packs on. Anti-ice is not required. It's 8 degrees, but it's dry. It's totally dry, so no issues there. NADP is not required. We'll go 1500 feet, 3000 feet, follow the SID, and weather and terrain for FS2 crew like always. We got the fuel on, we are boarding, we're good. So far so good. Let's do the pre-flight checklist then. Pre-flight checklist. Pre-flight checklist.
Preflight checklist, oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instruments.
Heading 244, altimeter 1036. Heading 244, altimeter 1036.
Heading 244, altimeter 1036. Preflight checklist complete.
I'm doing good.
Excellent. How are you? I'm doing good. Yeah, cool. The background boarding is doing good. Excellent. Right, what's next? Let's see how things are going here on the chat. So what's the plan for the weekend, folks? About flight simulation, maybe with the 777 update. I do think it is coming. I do think it is coming. So I've got a vague feeling that it is coming. So we shall see what's like. Right. At this stage, what we can do now is, before I do the performance in the FMC, start the APU. We'll pick up the zero fuel weight, which from the flight plan is 229.7. So enter 229.7. We've got about just under 20 tons of fuel, so that gives us a gross weight of 249.5. Then we'll pick up an assumed temperature of 70 degrees. We'll leave it at that. Engine out, as we said, is 1000, 3000, 1500 is good. We already reviewed that. Flaps will go for 5. It's a long runway, huh? It's let's have a look. Yeah, more than 4000 meter runway. So CG will take what PMDG is giving us. Usually it's a forward CG here, the way it's loading automatically. And then the speeds will take them as they are as well today, because I didn't do the performance calculation with the Boeing OPT. So V2 is 165. So we'll set 165. We'll arm LNAV for the lateral navigation on the departure, and VNAV for the vertical profile on the departure. Track 0x6 for the runway, as I said, and fly level 100 initially. The APU is now running. Ooh! True Sky, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on board.
Smooth, Captain.
Smooth.
Very smooth.
Don't hesitate to ask any questions if you have one. Edinburgh 9, good evening. How are you doing, sir? Welcome back. We'll call the ground. Ever ground? Ground flag deck. Can we disconnect ground equipment? No, that's not the correct. No, that's not the correct phrase. Ground flight deck. Can we? It is the French reply that makes me laugh. It goes, "Oh, poursuivez, poursuivez." Ground flight deck. Ground flight deck.
Poursuivez.
Please disconnect the ground equipment. Tu comprends pas? Ground flight deck.
Poursuivez.
Please disconnect the ground equipment. I mean, the system seems to recognize. Oh yeah, he did. It's because he doesn't acknowledge. Because I thought you could see the, you know, on top of the screen, the green thing that actually picks up what you actually say, so you can work out that this FS2 crew understood what you said, but voice-wise there was no acknowledgement. So you know that in communication you send a message, and then to make sure that your message has been received, in the theory of communication, that's that you're supposed to get feedback, so some sort of acknowledgement of your message, you know. But say, disconnect the ground equipment, it's like, so I don't know if he's done it or not. Hey, Rotterdegger, he was on fire last night, absolutely on fire. 4 gift subs, amazing. How are you doing today, sir? I hope you had a good week and you're getting ready for the weekend. Yeah, the ground crew is like, disconnect, man. Just let us know you've disconnected. Anyway, where are we now? I'm just funning around. Let's see how we're doing with the... Oh, there's a broadcast from the one of the VATS.
Bonjour.
Ah.
Bienvenue à tous. Je m'appelle Jeannette et je
Oh,
suis
Jeannette.
votre chef de cabine.
Ah oui, oui.
Nous sommes heureux d'accueillir également les passagers à bord. Est-ce que nous sommes autorisés à compagnies aériennes internationales partenaires?
Oui.
Vous venez de monter à bord de notre Boeing 777. Pour pouvoir décoller rapidement, merci de bien vouloir vous asseoir sur votre siège et respecter les signes non fumeurs et la ceinture de sécurité attachée. Seuls les bagages
ground flight deck.
peuvent être placés dans les compartiments au-dessus de vous.
Can we pressurize hydraulics?
Être placés sous le siège en face de vous. Si vous êtes assis à côté d'une sortie de secours, tout votre bagage à main doit être rangé dans les
Before start procedure.
L'équipage sera heureux de vous aider. Nous sommes là pour vous assister.
Yes.
Alors n'hésitez pas à nous demander de l'aide.
Let me check that everything is closed. Yeah, right, so we'll pressurize the hydraulics and set up the overhead. 6.75 units on the trim.
You've just stepped on board our Boeing 777.
777.
Please take your assigned seat, observe the no smoking and fasten seatbelt signs. Only light hand baggage.
It's not a 777, it's a 777.
Well, I'm ready for the checklist.
If you are sitting by an emergency exit,
Why is it a 777? I mean,
and the crew will be happy to assist you. We are here to help you, so please do not hesitate to ask any of us for assistance.
yeah, I kind of tuned down the volume there. Hey, Jyoti, thank you very much for the follow, sir. Sorry, it's time to buzz the tower. Thank you very much for the follow and welcome on board. Flying up to Edinburgh today on the Air France 1686, which is actually a real call sign, real flight, but it's only actually happening twice a week at the moment. I was really surprised. Between Paris and Edinburgh, there's only like 2 flights a week at the moment. It's really bad. I mean, I think EasyJet used to fly, obviously Air France used to fly. I'm not sure about British Airways, but yeah, there's hardly any flights at the moment. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Anyway, how you doing, Jyoti? Welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, please let us know. Make yourself comfortable and enjoy the flight. Hope you'll stick around a little bit. Right. Before supper, no, we've done that. before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP.
Set and checked.
Takeoff speeds.
Set and checked.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Completed. Trim.
Set and checked.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Before start checklist complete.
You know that I've got to give the kind of standard reply instead of actually giving the correct challenge response. I'm into the checklist challenges because otherwise it doesn't pick me up. So I tried flying Birmingham to Belfast for work, and no flight back. Yeah, it's shambolic at the moment with all the flights. It's really bad. Hopefully soon it will pick up again, but at the moment it's relatively quiet. Right, let me re-put the sound on ground.
Heavy push and start facing east is approved. Report ready for taxi.
Push and start facing east, Air France 689.
Ground Air France 1686, request push and start.
For clearance to Frankfurt.
2 station blocked, Air France 1686. Stand by, there is a traffic pushing back on your 9 o'clock. Call you back in about 2 minutes.
Welcome. Oh yeah, here it is.
3 Delta Fox contact tower 11.
Alright, so we'll wait a little bit.
119, this is not 205 Air France 3 Delta Fox, thank you very much. See you soon, bye bye.
Emirates 7775, pass your message.
Cool. So there's a company pushing back behind.
Second the gate.
065.
So I'm not sure if he's already pushed or not, but having the flaps out like this is actually interesting that it's simulated. But
I didn't get the gate. Can you say again?
it's quite busy. Oh, here's the other day, you know, when I did the long flight and going to Paris, I kind of forgot to mention it. Here's the kind of static Concorde there, in between the two sides of the airport. Here is in the middle there. That's the it's like a static aircraft there. They've got one of the remaining Concordes sitting here in between the two sides, between the northern side and the southern side.
Stand by, Emirates 75, go ahead.
Concorde indeed. Yeah, here it is.
Emirates 75, you can taxi now.
Yeah, when the Air France Concorde crashed, they went from 26 right here, and then ended up down somewhere like in this direction. Unfortunately, that was no good. That was the beginning of the end. It's a shame because it's such a wonderful aircraft. But hey, Concorde.
Okay, Lufthansa 4232, you were requesting the clearance, right?
Affirm 4232.
Let's arm the doors. That would be a good idea.
Skyvan 6, I was talking with Lufthansa. Anyway, Lufthansa 4232 clear to Frankfurt. Filed via the Ranux 4 hotel departure, runway 08.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate, you know. It's always like this, and there's always like a series of events that kind of lead to the actual accident, but it was very, very unfortunate. Anyway, let's keep the blue side up. Let's remain positive. Alright, what's the situation with the traffic? Whoa, 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 whoa! Where are you going, pal? Oh! He's pushing with the flaps up. That's not right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You need to stop, pal. That's it. That's where the no crash detected is nice in the simulator. Ah well. I've not seen anything. I've not heard anything. It's all good. Yeah, you'll be sliced. If you're sitting at the back there, you'll be sliced by the 747. Oh, I didn't know that Virgin wanted to keep them in service. I do. I mean, it's an expensive aircraft to operate, of course, because fuel-wise, it's a fuel guzzler. And capacity-wise, of course, it was like a small aircraft, only about 100 seats, quite a small cabin. Obviously, kind of premium, first class, whatever, like cabin, but the layout and the comfort actually was like almost like being in a bus, because the cabin was so small, the seats quite close together. So it was not like nowadays, like in first class, you'll get those big pods or whatever. It was nothing like that. It was it was quite basic actually. There's actually one on display close to Edinburgh. We're flying to Edinburgh there, and there's one in a place called East Fortune. I think if it's still there, I'm not sure, where you can actually go in and kind of visit. I know there's one in Seattle as well, and a few other places around the world. But hey, Koniseg, how you doing? Bom dia from Brazil. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see the 200ER. The difference is it's mainly a difference in size, really. So the 200 is shorter. The 300 is longer. More passengers, more weight, more cargo, more everything really on the 300. More range as well. So yeah, basically a difference in size. But otherwise, the flight deck is exactly the same. There's no difference at all, except maybe a couple of little things like the ground camera, for example. But otherwise, yeah, flight deck is exactly the same, and it needs to be the same because it's one type rating for all the different variants, not the virus variants, the aircraft variants. Yeah, for you, Cyberdami, his fortune is not very far. Yeah, return again, no problem. I tried to kind of put like a few messages, you know, on Twitter. You know, that's not the main place of communication, but I try to drop a few posts from time to time. Ground Air France 1686. You forget about us. Where is the 74? He's gone. Oh, EasyJet. He's in the grass. Uh-oh. Ground Air France 1686.
I think he's having a couple of comm problems. He's just put a message out.
Air France 1686, according to the traffic behind you. Push and start facing west is approved. Report ready for taxi.
Push and start approved to face west in accordance with the traffic. France 1686. Right. Okay. Prepare for push. You want to start engines? No. Tow truck in motion. Oh, thank you for calling the Twitter address, Rotterdam. I'm kind of you're gonna laugh, but I'm getting to grips with the way it works. You know, put like the hashtag and the at, you know, kind of mention people and try to kind of link people around and stuff. I'm getting to grips with that. You know. Is that guy still behind? Oh yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna push all the way that far. Nose to the right, so number 1.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Parking brake released.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Speedbird 1596, taxi holding point runway 09 right. Take left on Mike, and then right, Bravo Mike 4.
Oh, I wouldn't know if it's still there, the pub, Cyber Dummy. I wouldn't know, but yeah, Ryanair, they used to go to Beauvais and then from there catch the bus all the way into Paris. Indeed, Paris Beauvais. Start sequence is 2 then 1.
Check.
Start the right engine.
Starting left.
I said right, not left. Oh man, every time it does that. I mean, there's a difference between left and right. I don't know why the voice picks up left. What side is this? Left. No, right. What side is this? Right or left? Ah. Ah, yeah. Yeah, the 747 has found the taxiway indeed. Here he's now on the taxiway. There's a lot of Air France, hein? Oh oui, fantastique. I'm not. Oh yeah, no, he's pushing properly. Good. Right, the left engine is good. Start the right engine.
Starting left.
Start the right engine.
All pressure.
2784 autorisé pour Edinburgh via Adrex.
He's why is he on?
Montée initiale niveau 100, transpondeur 57.
Soon he's gonna go on strike, eh? You know that? Oh man. Right, let's do it ourselves. Start the right engine. So start switch to start. Fuel control switch to run. Yeah, soon he's gonna go on strike. He's gonna go. No, I am not flying. Unbelievable.
Alpine 45, Quebec Bravo, pass your message.
I am not happy with this flight. It is too long. I'm going on strike.
Alpine 45, Quebec Bravo, stand by. There's a traffic light is about to taxi. Call you back in about 2 minutes.
Cool. So the N2 is following the was ahead of the AGT, which is ahead of the N1 in terms of the needle positions. The red line goes off on the GT there, so the start sequence is good. So let's confirm the good start. So you can start moving around. Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Let's do the flight control check. Make this one bigger. Up and down. Left and right. Reduce that. Oops.
on Echo.
Tow track disconnected.
Let's get back
Bypass
right, Echo
being
and
removed.
confirm stand Foxtrot 16, Air France 16, top X.
Affirm Foxtrot 1.
Alright,
Roger.
we are on the way.
Top X.
Eventually. We are very late. Very Air France.
Bravo. Taxi holding point runway 09 right. Taxi via right on Foxtrot and left on Bravo.
Yeah, we can see the flaps are down. Nice.
This is Ghost Rider requesting a flight. Right is clear.
Hey, Wombat, thank you very much for the follow.
Runway 09 right. Straight ahead. Sorry, Goose.
It's time to buzz the tower.
Foxtrot and left on
Welcome, sir, to the stream. We are just about to taxi out to runway 09 right in
89er contact.
Paris Charles de Gaulle, flying to Edinburgh for the round 2 Six Nations France-Scotland game, which is not happening actually. Alright, so it's clear. We'll check the rudder pedals. That's good. Where's the guy? He's walking away. Oh no, no, I'm not talking to you. Alright. What are we supposed to do now? Before taxi, checklist.
Lufthansa 4.
Before taxi, checklist.
Standby.
Before taxi checklist, anti-ice, auto, recall, checked, flight controls,
Okay, Lufthansa 423.
Checked.
ground
Holding
equipment.
point. Runway
Clear.
taxi via
Before taxi checklist
Alpha,
complete.
Ground equipment, he says.
Via Alpha and right.
Ground equipment. Clear.
Holding point 08 left. Well,
That was very French sounding. Even too French sounding. Ground equipment.
4232, start approved.
4232.
And to Roma Fox, you took the wrong taxiway. Take the first on your right and then right.
Clear left.
Clear right.
That's my right and right again. I'll control my Foxtrot, sorry.
No worries.
Ground Air France 1686, request taxi.
1686, thank you very much for your patience. Taxi holding point runway 09 right. Take left on Bravo.
Left on Bravo, all short runway 09 right, Air France 1686. Let's go, adelante. Back and brake released. Yeah, about 25% of thrust. Maybe a little bit more, because here it doesn't... oh yeah, it starts moving. Good. 26, 27. So Bravo is... oops. Basically the first one on the left.
Roma Fox, hold Lufthansa 82 Bravo. Hold.
Cabine is ready, beautiful.
Cabin is ready.
Ah oui, oui, la cabine est prête. So we'll display the...
Take your seats.
Ah, cabin crew, take your seats, ah oui, oui. You can see the guy with like his baguette and his beret and going, ah oui, oui, let's go.
Turn.
Let's not forget the red wine during the flight. Dave Hagen, indeed I am. I like to laugh at my my own people, you know. Before takeoff checklist.
The gold ground, good evening, this is Beauty 365.
Before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist.
Checklist complete.
Towards Brussels.
Alright, this is Bravo, that's good.
365, please.
Yeah, why not? You have to laugh at your own people a little bit. Looking forward to the in-flight food. So today we've got pineapple and watermelon and toasties. But the toasties is only cheese and there's no ham in the toasties, no turkey, no nothing, it's just cheese. But for coming out of France, you know, a flight without cheese is like a song without music, you know. So you definitely need the toasty. It's a shame I don't have the emote there as for the toasty here. Don't have any. I don't have enough subscribers to have like another slot for the emotes. You can only get like a certain number of emotes depending on the number of subscribers. So for the moment, I only managed to unlock 4 emotes. So I'll need more subscribers to unlock more emotes. When that's the case, then the next emote will be the toasty. And then the watermelon. That's the plan. You see, I kept planning ahead. Yeah, the EFB, what I really like about it is the fact that it picks up the scenery in your simulator. So, of course, the scenery in your simulator might not be up to date, but at least you're following what's from the map, what's in your simulator, as if you're following with like a chart, an actual chart. Sometimes there are differences and it doesn't really help, you know, if there are differences. So I do find it's great, you know. I do find it's nice. Above all, when like, even if you use like commercial sceneries, you know, the airport layouts change, you know. Yesterday flying into Dubai, you know, I pointed out that the airport has changed, you know, since they made the scenery. So yeah, no, it's really nice. The tower, try to think ahead and set the frequency is 11925.
Charlie, stand by, call you back. Australian 2 Roma Fox, now the first on your left and straight ahead.
That's it, so it's preset. If there were 2 pilots, one would taxi and the other one maybe would think ahead like this, you know. I already tuned the tower frequency in anticipation of the frequency change.
You can resume the taxi following the preceding 737.
So yeah, so far so good. We're gonna fly up to Edinburgh.
Air France 1686, contact.
I did this flight a long time ago as a passenger, you know, when I first discovered the northern mists of Scotland.
Air France 1686.
Go ahead.
1686, contact tower 119.65, have a good flight.
119.25, Air France 1686, merci, au revoir. It's gonna be confused. He's been speaking to me in English and now he says merci, au revoir. He speaks French now. So, like, why?
Charlie, clear to Edinburgh, fired by the Atrax for Gulf departure.
Right, let's tune to the tower, and we've got the frequency set already. Is that not beautiful? After that, though, there's 4 approach frequencies, so one of them will be for departure. We'll see. The frequencies on VATSIM don't always match the actual real-world frequencies, so it's sometimes a little bit difficult to know which ones they are. Above all, if there are like several frequencies. If there's only one approach frequency, of course, VATSIM will try to do the same, but if there are several frequencies, then they don't always get the actual frequency. But you know that you've got the list of frequencies in vPilot, so it's good. Tower, bonsoir, Air France 1686, taxiing to Holding point runway 09 right, ready for departure.
France 1686, good evening. From Delta 1, line up 09 right, clear for takeoff. Wind 360 degrees, 6 knots.
Clear for takeoff, runway 09 right, Air France 1686. Runway entry procedure.
Check.
It's clear on the left. It's clear on the runway, so it looks, yes. That's Delta 1, full length. Fasten your seatbelts. Let's go. So we got all the lights except the these ones there. Okay, I think they will come on during the takeoff. Just as we press the toga buttons. The toga buttons, yeah, indeed. There's two buttons. Don't see them properly there, but cool. So clear for takeoff.
9, right.
That is checked, confirmed, all correcto. Yeah, the RUS is kind of enhancing a little bit your, you know, what we call the situation awareness, you know, basically knowing where you are a little bit. Alright, let's go. So we'll set the thrust to 55%. Takeoff.
Check.
Thrust ref.
Check.
So you do call the takeoff, press the toga, and then down here you should have thrust ref, which is basically the takeoff thrust.
8 knots.
Hold. So 80 knots he calls, and then you call what's in the FMA here, hold, which serves three purposes: the incapacitation call, the low and high speed reject.
V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
Yep. Ah, that's a bit sluggish.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
200 feet. Autopilot.
400 feet.
Thrust ref.
Check.
VNAV speed. VNAV speed.
Check.
1686, contact approach, 121.15, bye-bye.
121.15, Air France 1686. Merci, au revoir. 121.15.
128.875, Air France 6.
I like that. Off we go. Hold, that means that the auto throttle is now kind of in a pseudo manual mode where you can actually handle the throttles yourself. The goal departure, Air France 1686 attracts 4 Golf, passing 3,800.
Air France 1686, decollage approach, bonsoir identified, continue climb flight level 190.
Climb flight level 190, Air France 1686. 190 set, flaps 1.
Scandinavian 666, contact Paris.
Flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
Contacting Paris on 128.1, bye-bye.
Flaps up.
Speed checked. Flaps up.
And that's the transition altitude, almost at 5,000 feet, so we'll go standard. Wait for the flap indication to go up green.
3,100, climbing to flight level 100.
After takeoff checklist.
Continue climb flight level 180.
Continue climb flight level 180, Austrian to Romeo Fox.
After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist complete.
Cool. And off we go. Left turn. It's amazing. With the airport in the background. Beautiful. Le Bourget here. De Gaulle. Amazing. The wing view.
Mayday, mayday.
Hey aviator, thank you Jake.
Can you hear us? Can you... over. We are sinking. We are sinking.
What are you? Hello?
This is the German Coast Guard.
We are sinking. We're sinking.
What are you thinking about?
Thank you very much for the follow, sir. Welcome to this flight to Edinburgh.
Approach good evening, Shanix 5 Kilo Lima, flight number 16041.
Does it make sense, Koenigsegg, about the hold mode for the auto throttle? So when you're in hold mode, then if you close the thrust levers, then you should be able to trigger the auto brake as well and reject the takeoff.
10,000 feet.
That's checked. Seatbelt sign auto.
Seatbelt sign auto.
07 autorisé décollage. Dévention coupure, autodécollage plus 07 à France 91.
Cool, excellent. Right, so that's it, 10,000 feet, all the lights come off except the strobe lights. We of course also keep the beacon and the navigation or like position lights. As I pointed out yesterday, the left on the red on the left and the green on the right on the wing tips, the navigation lights. And then if the climb has not been bumpy and we don't expect any bumps, then we can also release the passengers at 10,000 feet. And of course above 10,000 feet then we can accelerate to the climb speed of 320 knots, which is good. Yeah, that's saying checklist complete after the before takeoff checklist is it's a Boeing thing. It's just a procedural thing. I think it's just to put like an extra emphasis on making sure that the before takeoff checklist is complete, because it's quite like a vital checklist to complete, and it's the same for the landing checklist as well. The pilot monitoring reads checklist complete, and then the pilot flying confirms checklist complete. So it's a Boeing thing, I think, and the way I understand it is just to put like an extra emphasis on those two checklists because they are quite vital. 128-875 Air France 1686, merci, au revoir. 128-875. Here we are. Paris Control, bonsoir, Air France 1686, climbing level 190.
Air France 1686, bonsoir, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, Air France 1686. 290 set.
326, contact London, 129.425.
Cool.
129.425.
Well, that's good actually, Koenigsegg, that you actually notice these things, because I mean it's quite like you know, a particular point, so good for you to notice these things.
350 is approved, 2118. 350 approved, let's see,
There might be traffic above, he's only cleared us 290 initially.
18906 with you, descending flight level 260, passing 30200.
I think this airport there is a place called Cray, which is like a military airport down here. You can see the wing flexing there. Amazing. Amazing, Water les gars. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The man is on fire at the moment. Legend. I never thought I would play that song, you know. Amazing. Cool. Thank you so much, sir. Danke.
Traffic. Traffic.
Traffic, traffic.
France 686, 669 for further climb, contact London 129.425, over. Okay, sir, we're looking for London...
Ah, no. I thought this was for me. Rotterdam, you're on fire, man. Thank you so much. Danke.
We've landed 124.425. Thank you so much. Negative, reference 68901.
I'll have to fly into Vienna one of those days.
129.425. Bye-bye.
Can you fly a fighter jet for me? Probably not. Probably not. Maybe the default P3D, whatever fighter jet is. That would be actually good fun. I've got a game on the PlayStation where you've got like, you know, kind of old, how do you call that? Yeah, not fighter jets. It's like almost like the Japanese, you know, Zeros and planes like that. Otardiga, you're a legend, man. Thank you so much.
That station calling, say again your call sign. Zimbabwe 1. Zimbabwe 1, bonsoir.
Zimbabwe, wow. Really? Did you see Zimbabwe 1? Wow. Air France 1686, request flight level 340.
1686, I call the back for further climb.
Roger. Yeah, that's something that will do, because actually when you have in the flight plan you have like a flight level, but very often the flight level can be amended by the pilot, so or maybe it's not been calculated properly or something, and then you got like better information in the aircraft, in particular with the flight management computer. So very often ATC would ask you what level do you request, because they know that the requested level doesn't always match up with the level that was indicated in the flight plan. So if you've got the chance to listen to ATC, I mean in real, not so much in VATSIM, you'll hear very often the en route controllers ask what level do you request. Which was, when I started, like, you know, flying, was something a little bit different to me, because climb flight level 340, Air France 1686. 340 set, still have VNAV speed, 340 there, beautiful. Cool. Could I ask you a favor, Rotterdam, and to as I put like in the Discord, to if you can, to sync your Twitch and your Discord, so that then I can put everything on the Discord. Krusty, how are you doing, sir? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. En route to Edinburgh. Hey, thanks for the follow, sir. Thank you.
You'll be flying a cargo plane full of rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Yes, sir. Thank you, thank you.
360 initially.
Send for level 360, Missile 9 Yankee Echo.
Look at that beautiful weather. I'm amazed by this beautiful weather at the moment. It's a little bit cold. We're cold. It was 8 degrees on the ground. But as I pointed out, high pressure, QNH 1036. So very often when you have high atmospheric pressure, then most of the time the weather is good. I'll do a bit of meteorology there for you guys. Yeah, the stream is going well. It's what time? 19:19. About 50 minutes to go. Beautiful. Flying from one of my country to my other country, so cannot be any better. Really? Cannot be any better. I'm having a ball. Ah oui, oui, from France. Possibly, oui, oui, oui. Yeah, no, I'm French originally. Right, 1,000 feet to level off. I'll go vertical speed. 1,000 feet per minute.
1,000 feet to level off.
Check, check, sir. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Soon. At the moment, actually, I think it's obviously traveling is a little bit difficult, but I don't think there's any restrictions. Like Australia has got this quarantine, New Zealand, Taiwan, and China, of course, you've got quarantine as well. In the UK, but in France, there's no such thing. So if you can kind of jump through the hoops, then you can travel.
Good evening, Ryanair 3 with you, flight level 370.
So yeah, I set like vertical speed to kind of avoid. 129.425, Air France 1686. Merci, au revoir. 129.425. Thank you, Krusty, for the bits. Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
November 73700, resume our navigation, direct 0.
Direct to 7300.
X-ray India Delta India Lima.
Got it, thanks.
Swiss 326.
And even the south coast of England there is totally clear. Amazing. Where's Le Touquet? Le Touquet is a legendary place. Somewhere on the north coast here of France. London is busy. Yeah, it's a great view of the channel, huh? That must be Calais, I would imagine. Not sure. Yeah, there's no a single cloud. London, good evening, Air France 1686, level 340.
Mistral 4 Lima, resume our navigation, direct Timber.
09 at Timber, Mistral 4 Lima.
Mistral 3785, speed 220 knots.
Hey, good evening, Lewis. How are you doing?
Mistral 3785. Good evening, Lima 2 for flight level 190. Mistral 3785.
It's busy. Yeah, check the channel there.
Mistral 4 Lima, speed 280 knots.
He's very busy and dig. London, good evening, Air France 1686, level 340.
Air France 1686, next waypoint.
Next waypoint is Sovat, Ratuk, just approaching Ratuk, Air France 1686.
Air France 1686, good evening, Roger.
That was a little bit unexpected. Yeah, it's some sort of live ATC. It's actual people behind a kind of virtual radar scope. You connect the aircraft to VATSIM, you know, the network, the air traffic control network, and they are like kind of controlling the traffic on VATSIM. So there are actual people like you and me, and instead of flying a plane, they play the role of air traffic controllers. So it's good. I do prefer this than, you know, one of those how do you call that, software or add-ons, you know, to have ATC in the background. Yeah, it's good. No, I love VATSIM.
45, Brussels 131.1, goodbye.
Brussels 245, thank you, bye.
So yeah, thank you again, sir. Thank you, appreciate it.
Golf, Foxtrot, Romeo, Yankee, Lima.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's always this song, but that comes up.
Foxtrot, Romeo, Yankee,
But yeah, that's a nice one. I like that one. I do like that one as well.
Yankee, Victor, flight level 350, inbound better.
Yeah.
Golf, Foxtrot, Yankee, Romeo, Lima. Set squawk 566.
I don't know if Manston is still in the scenery. I ended up many years ago in this place called Manston, which is here on the, I think it's in Kent, in the south of England, in this area here, flying back up from Le Touquet and getting stuck there because of the weather, you know. This is the channel, the English channel, so just between England and France, just about to coast in, and the south of England here. You can see the Thames going in towards London. Gatwick should be in this area there, and Heathrow a little bit further up. Brighton somewhere down there. Southampton a little bit further down. Oh, Crossy, thank you very much for the subscription to YouTube as well.
Okay, I'll take 017, what about now?
Worse, easy 68.
The guy is being told off for like the way he uses his microphone. It's rare, very rare to see the south of England like this totally clear. That's nice. Amazing. Fly level 340 is good, yeah. That's the recommended level, 340. Blocked. That's something we do as well when sometimes two aircraft speak to each other. Somebody goes on and says blocked.
And who was I blocking?
That's a good question. What time and days? I don't have really any days because with the job I'm kind of away quite often, so I don't have like a set schedule. And timing wise, normally either stream around 1000 Zulu, or otherwise yeah, 1800 Zulu, something like that. These will be the usual times. There can be other times, but the usual times are either like 1000Z or otherwise 1800Z. These are my times.
Echo Lima 245, good evening, roger. Easy 6953, contact Paris Control 128, stational 875, goodbye.
Of course, on a flight like this, there wouldn't be a 777. I think at the moment it's an Embraer 170, and there's only 2 flights a week, so you can imagine there's not a lot of people flying around. Oh, cool! Anytime, Krusty. Thank you very much. What's the favorite airport to fly to? Oh, that's a good question. I'm a little bit partial to JFK, although it's a challenging environment because ATC can be quite demanding, but I do like JFK. I do like to go to New York, so yeah, that would be my favorite. If I've got to choose one, that's my favorite. Oh yeah, it's the Cloud Alpha or whatever they call them, the headsets. Yeah, they're quite good. I quite like them. They're quite light, good sound with the music and stuff.
Yankee Lima, contact Brussels 1311, goodbye.
1311, Golf Yankee Lima, thanks, good day.
That's the one Clyde Alpha.
Contact London 120.025, goodbye.
Lewis, how many hours in the simulator or in the aircraft? In the plane or in the simulator, you mean?
Air France 12 Juliet Alpha, contact Paris.
If it's in the simulator, we do 4 sessions a year for the recurrent training. So that will be about 12-15 hours a year in the simulator. So since I've been doing this for so many years, then if we do 15 hours a year times 15 or something, that's in the actual simulator like 100 or 200 hours or whatever. Good question, Dede. When you will start number 1 engine instead of number 2? That's a good question. Can we see that? Yeah, okay. If you've got the plane like this, I can't draw for the life of me. Oh, that's a terrible drawing. No. Now basically you will start the number 1 engine first. At least that's the way I like to do it. When the push and the direction of the push and the initial turn on the push, when the number 1 engine is, or the left engine is to the outside of the turn in the push, if you see what I mean. So if you've got the plane like that and you turn, is it visible? So yeah, if you turn like that, that's the number 1 and that's the number 2. So in this direction, I will start the number 1 first, because during the push and the turn, the number 1 will be outside of the turn, if that makes sense. And vice versa for the number 2. Does it make sense? Yeah. So because usually during the push, they give us like there's some sort of a 90-degree turn. Of course, you kind of get onto the taxiway. So there's a 90-degree turn, and we'll start the engine which is on the outside of the turn. Yeah, that's it. That's correct. I have to go Embraer 175. Yeah, I mean, all the choices are like valid, you know. I don't. I'm not gonna blame you for liking a certain aircraft. That's for sure. Rotterdam, I know you're an Airbus man. You've got the joystick. You sent a photo. Have you made any progress on the MCDU?
Ford Express 033 inbound Kunal at flight level 340. Good evening.
Ford Express 033, hello, descent flight level 220.
Descending flight level 220, Ford Express 033.
Oh, that's very appropriate music. Pa-pa-da-pap. Pa-pa-da-pap. Ba-la-pa-pa-da-pa-pa-da-pa-pa-da-pa-pa. That's a very appropriate song. Thank you very much, Krusty, for the subscription. That's a very appropriate song for a flight up to Edinburgh. Excellent, thank you so much, sir. The songs are like playing at random, so I didn't choose that one, but that's a very appropriate song. Oh, you are getting it in 2 months' time. Cool. That's a good one. I think it kind of adds, you know, a little bit, because instead of having to go here and play with the buttons, if you have it here on your desk, you can kind of play around, you know.
128.875, Papa 26 Juliet. 6017, contact Paris 128.
I'll have to consider one of those, maybe one of these days. That would be nice. But the the only thing that concerns me a little bit is that I might get too addicted, you know. I might start with the MCP panel here, and then I might like say, what about the FS panel? Yeah. What's going on? That's curious. And then I might go, maybe I'll get this panel as well. And then I might turn around and say, the actual overhead panel will be nice. No? What do you think? And then get the radio panel. So I don't want to get hooked into like thinking, yeah, I'll get this, and then maybe you can get the overhead, maybe you can get that. And then you end up with the full like cockpit, you know.
Echo Lima 245, climb flight level 450.
Oh, everything is sold out at the moment. Yeah, all these parts are not easy to find. I know for the 777 there's a company, I think they are based in Canada. We do a few of those things, but yeah. See you next time, Chrissy. Thank you for the bits and the subscription. Take care. See you soon, hopefully. Thank you. Can I ask you also to go on the Discord and join the Discord, please? Above all, for the subscription. Thank you, sir. Why is the engine pulling back?
1686, contact London 127.025, goodbye.
127.025, Air France 1686, bye bye. 127.025.
127.825, goodbye.
Is it 127.025? London Air France 1686, level 340, good evening. No. London from Air France 1686, confirm next frequency, please.
Air France 1686, the frequency is 120.025.
Oh, 120.025, Air France 1686, thanks, bye bye.
Runway 7 Golf.
So yeah, if you don't know, there's no reply on the frequency which you think you've been given, then go back to the previous controller and ask again. That's exactly what we would do. Yeah, Dede, I think you're right. I think we may have a release at the weekend there for the update. Definitely. I think it's coming.
Sierra Echo Golf Lima Hotel, Ladder Control, good evening, climb flight level 310.
I definitely think it's on its way. London, good evening, Air France 1686, level 340.
France 1686, Ladder Control, roger.
It's not an easy call sign actually, 1686. It's hard to say.
Shuttle 6 Bravo.
Alright, so far so good. 120 miles to the top of descent. Let me locate the charts.
Shuttle Bravo, hello. Squawk mode Charlie, please. Can't see you.
Pick up Echo Golf Papa Hotel. Edinburgh. Let me set that up. Cool. So we'll start setting up the aircraft for the arrival because it's not going to be too long. Thank you, Krusty. See you soon. Thanks. So we'll check the recall. There's nothing there. The checklist. There's nothing on the recall. So that's good. On the notes, I mean, not the recall. I'm tired. Then here's the arrival chart. PDF. So, as you can see here, the last waypoint on the route is in PIP. These are like new arrivals, new-ish arrivals for Edinburgh. In PIP, expecting the MPIP 1 Echo. So, we're gonna go into a departure arrival. Pick up the NPIP 1 Echo. And then I'll have a quick look at the ATIS for Edinburgh. Runway 24, yeah, 220 at 6, 4 degrees, 1034. Oh, high pressure as well. So 1034 we can set or preset. Here we are. 1034. ILS runway 24. Here we are. So then, same process once again. Chart to the FMC. So we start at MPIP, variable 260 down here. As you can see, I've got this thing in the middle there. It's annoying. Then we go to NREV, flight level 200. Over there, and then to ESCDO 250 knots, like this, and then to Tartan, flight level 70, and maximum 230 knots up here. And then there's a holding pattern which I'll take a note of, which is 015, as you can see here, 015 degrees inbound to the waypoint. Hey, Captain Ensano, how are you doing? Good to see you back. So 015 inbound to Tartan and then a left turn in the pattern. So that's the holding pattern there. So I'll take a note, 015, left turn at Tartan. If there's holding, then we'll have to hold there. I've got 20 minutes worth of holding fuel, so that should be good. And then after that, we go to this one. ILS-DME locator, runway 24. So the CI 24 point is actually, if you go from the runway, you count 3 and 6, so 9 miles. So it's this point here, 9 DME India Tango Hotel. So if we go from Tartan directly to that waypoint, it doesn't give us like the, you know, the base leg properly. It's gonna be radar vectors anyway, but what we can do is make like a fake waypoint or a pseudo waypoint, whatever we want to call it. So from the CI 24, which is this point here, we can make maybe a point which is on a bearing of 095 and 3 miles. So 095 slash 3 and pull it here. Pick up this, and after Tartan, the new waypoint, fill in the gap, the discontinuity, and execute. So if we look at the display, it's gonna look like that. It's gonna do like a nice little curve there. It's amazing, beautiful. You see what I mean? That makes sense, yeah?
186, full Essex radar 120625.
How are you doing, sir? How's your week been?
Climb flight level 180. Climb flight level 180, feedback.
So yeah, we've got
1686, call London 133.7.
133.7, Air France 1686, bye-bye.
Stupid 8 Bravo, call London 133.7.
1337. London, good evening, Air France 1686, level 340.
Air France 1686, London Control, hello.
Hello.
Ground Control, good afternoon.
Right, we've not finished with the FMC, then the FI-24 is like 3 miles to the runway, which is actually this point here at 4 miles. No, sorry, that's not this point. It's this point here at 2.9 at 1060, which is here, so that's correct, and then 3 miles to the runway. And then in case of a misapproach, it's 241 degrees to 3,000 feet, so we got 241, and we can actually set, it's not in the database, but, so that's why you always check 3,000 feet there. We can set it. It doesn't want to take it, why not? Oh, because it's vectors. If the waypoint there is vectors, then it's not gonna take it, yeah. Okay. Okay, so we'll leave it. And that's it. So the FMC once again is cross-checked. Minima for the approach is 300. This is annoying, this thing appearing at the bottom there. So 300.
Okay, EG9020, it's my mistake. A bit of a change of plan. Turn left heading 320.
We'll set this one. And then we'll work out the VRF. So theoretically we're gonna land with about 9 tons of fuel, which will add to the zero fuel weight. So we'll call the landing weight 239 roughly, give or take. That's gonna give us a VRF 30 of 146, and we'll fly 151 plus 5 on the VRF. The prediction has begun. The maestro is not here. That's alright. We'll go to brakes 3. I think we need to vacate to the end with the 777. And that's about it really. Let's call FS2 crew, do the briefing today. ILS Cat 1 down to 300 feet. Flap 30, dry level 3, yes. We're gonna start the APU. Keep the transponder on, we're gonna go to the gate. And weather and terrain. There is a little bit of terrain south of Edinburgh. As you can see on the chart, MSA here of 3,900 feet, so you've got to kind of watch those hills south of the airport. Right, so the briefing for FS2 crew is done. Let me put my POS again. That's it. Descent checklist.
Stand by.
Frequency 135.
Get those predictions going, get those predictions going. Let's see what we can achieve today.
Descent checklist. Recall. Checked. Notes.
Checked.
Autobrake level 3. Landing data.
VRF is 146, minimums 300 feet.
VRF 146. Minimums 300 feet. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist complete.
120.025, shuttle 170, bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just about to start our descent into Edinburgh. Latest weather, 8 degrees, scattered clouds. We hope you enjoy the flight. See you soon.
Sky is 5389 London.
Yes, Lewis, you need to put the exclamation mark and then predict, and then the number. Indeed, thank you, Rotterdam.
020, report your MAC number to Scottish 135.525. 135.
So far, I have one prediction. So you've won, what, Chandigarh, for the moment?
Air France 689, report your MAC number to Scottish 135.525, bye-bye.
Yeah, LAWIS 100 like this, predict and then space 142.
Close, 135.525.
135.525 with MAC, France 68.
Ryanair 1 Mike uniform, contact London Control 120.025, bye-bye.
London Control 120.025.
Cool.
Service, Ryanair 1 Mike uniform.
Which base is this? Oh, Leeds. Manchester on the left. Leeds ahead. Yeah. Virtual Leeds, Manchester, Liverpool at the end there. Fantastic.
7730, turn left, make it a left turn heading 320 degrees, report the heading to Scottish 135.525.
That should be the next frequency. 135.525, which I do believe is a real world frequency.
135.525.
Cool. I'm loving that. It's amazing.
Air France 1686,
Here we are.
reduce your speed to Mach decimal 76.
Enable due performance, Air France 1686.
Okay, 2 at once. The instruction was for Air France 1686, reduce your speed to Mach decimal 76.
Enable due performance, Air France 1686. We can give you a decimal 80.
Okay, Air France 1686, roger. Mach decimal 80 or less, please.
Decimal 80 or less, Air France 1686. C'est 777, hein, Paul?
Speedbird 8 Bravo, sorry, I was just going to call you. Mach decimal 80 or greater, please.
Decimal 80. Cool. So, since he's giving us a speed restriction already in the cruise before starting the descent, what we can do is to try to match in here in the descent page the speed for the descent as well, because I don't suppose he's gonna want us to re-accelerate in the descent. So we can match decimal 80 and then slash, let's say, 270, because we're gonna be slow in the descent as well. So you can kind of start, you know, anticipating what's gonna happen next. Initially, already to start the sequence into Edinburgh, the London controller is starting to give like speeds to keep the separation going. And as I said, in the descent, you know, you can anticipate that the descent speeds will be slow as well. So you can kind of anticipate that and already like insert it in the descent. We'll have maybe to adjust, but at least we already know about the decimal 80, and then the 270 that will be you know, to be confirmed on transition. Does it make sense? Yeah. Cool.
For touch and go at Norwich aircraft type is Falcon. Falcon, roger, just stand by. I'm just going to coordinate with another aircraft. I will call you back again. Break. Speedbird 8 Bravo.
Excellent.
Speedbird 8 Bravo, I do read you. How do you read?
We could have maybe given him. Let's have a look.
1686, report your MAC number to Scottish 135.525. Bye-bye.
135.525, Air France 1686. Bye-bye. Ah.
25, yeah, you'll have to reduce the max.
Scottish, excellent.
And just make sure you've pressed the little black button next to the speed. That's the only thing I can recommend.
Roger that, yeah, I've tried all that, but I'll keep an eye on it.
Right, UC 9025, just check the right turn, heading 030 now.
030, forgive me.
Scottish Control, good evening, Air France 1686, level 340, decimal 80, or less.
Just stand by, Air France 689, speed 250 knots.
250 knots, 659, 250 knots now. Front 689.
I go. Air France 1686, Scottish Control, good evening. In PIP 1 Echo arrival for Edinburgh.
MPIP 1 Echo arrival for Edinburgh, Air France 1686. MPIP 1 Echo, that's the one we briefed, and it's in the FMC here. MPIP 1 Echo.
Contact Scottish 126.3, goodbye.
126.3 is the next frequency, which is also a real world frequency. I don't like to say real world, real, all that stuff. It's an actual frequency as well. Cool. I'm loving this. I'm loving this, man. I can see the Isle of Man, I think, there in the distance. Hold on. I could be, but I might be talking rubbish as well, so we'll forget about that one. Top of descent coming soon, huh? So, although we've got the various levels here for the descent, before starting the descent, it might be something obvious to say, but you need clearance from air traffic control to start the descent. Even though he cleared me there for the arrival, it doesn't mean I can descend by myself. You know, I need clearance to do so. So when you fly online like this, don't descend automatically. Don't assume you are clear to descend. Wait for the clearance, and if you're not given the clearance, then ask for it.
Lufthansa 226, contact London Control.
And we got the FMC message, reset MCP altitude, which basically is the computer prompting us to start the descent. So we'll ask him for the clearance to descend. Air France 1686 request descent. Breaking up.
Easy 902 Sierra, go Escdo.
Escdo for Easy 902 Sierra.
Hey, Connor 777, how are you doing, sir? Air France 1686 request descent.
Air France 1686, descent level 260.
Descent level 260, Air France 1686. 260 set.
Left heading 310 degrees.
We'll start the descent now, I guess. So to start the descent before the top of descent point, you can press the altitude button there, and it starts the descent before. How you been doing, Connor? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. As you can see, we're just starting the descent into sunny Edinburgh.
220 minimum clean 689.
689, thanks, call 126.3.
126.3 Air France 689.
Seabird 8 Bravo, how copy?
Seabird 8 Bravo, radio strength 5, how many?
Yeah, no.
Okay, thank you, descent flight level 260 and left heading 310 degrees.
Down 260 and...
I'm not sure what this is. Anyway, doesn't matter.
310.
310, really Bravo.
Yeah, that can happen. You know, if you're on approach and you don't get the clearance to land, then you'll have to go around. Yeah. You cannot land without the landing clearance, so that can happen. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everyone 7755, good evening, climb level 350.
Climb to flight level 350.
Yeah, you guys have been good over the last few years. You know, it's kind of you know, doing well, doing bad. It's a bit of a cycle. You know. At the moment, it's at the bottom of the wave. I'm sure it will go back up at some point.
7730, yeah, you're going 130 knots faster than the guy in front. I think there's a big difference in weather between a lot of you guys here. Just turn left heading 30.
The France-Scotland game is not happening, so
300, 300.
I'm not sure what's gonna be left this weekend.
Speedbird 153, contact London 133.
Oh, let's get the song then. Where is the song?
133.7, good day.
133.7,
Ah, come on, we need that one.
Good evening, guys.
Where's the song? Where's the song?
Easy 58 Scottish, roger, in head 1 echo arrival.
I need to pay attention to ATC though. This one specifically because of your subscription today. Speed 250 knots, Air France 1686.
Are you ready?
Everybody ready for landing. Right. We can match that in the FMC. 250.
Are you ready? Everybody ready for landing? Are you ready? Everybody ready for landing?
Scottish Control, good evening, EGPH 412, 280.
EGPH 412, Scottish Control, roger.
Oh, I didn't know about Daft Punk. That's a bit of a shame indeed, yeah.
Speedbird 8 Bravo direct ESC2.
Bravo direct ESC2, Bravo.
And 8 Bravo call 126.3, good day.
I'm not sure.
126.3.
Good.
Air France 1686, turn left heading 290 degrees.
Left heading 290 degrees, Air France 1686. Heading select 290 degrees.
126.3, goodbye.
So it says degrees so that you don't mix it up with level, because if he says 290 you might think flight level 290, so when he says 290 degrees then you know it's a heading. He's taking us off the arrival there, off the route. If you look at the EFB there, you can see the left turn is taking us away from the route a little bit.
Continue climb to 350 Altalia 1 Romeo Oscar.
Good evening, Ryanair 8, Delta Uniform, checking in flight level 260.
Seatbelt sign on.
Ryanair 8, Delta Uniform,
Seatbelt signs coming on.
good evening, roger.
Yeah, we should ask
686, route direct to ESC2.
direct to ESC2, Air France 1686. Direct to ESC2. So we'll select ESC2, pull it on top, execute, and engage LNAV. So now the level restrictions are actually going out of the window. So the 260 at, let me show you the chart again.
Air France 1686, contact Scottish 126.3.
126.3 Air France 1686, bye bye. Hold on, oh, too many things to do there. 126.3. That's the thing, I'm single pilot. Oof.
Air France 689, negative, descend flight level 130.
130 descent. France 689.
Scottish Control, good evening, Air France 1686, descending for level 260, inbound to ESC2.
Air France 1686, Scottish Control, hello, fly heading 330 degrees, descend flight level 200.
Heading 330 degrees, descend flight level 200, Air France 1686.
Leipzig 280, contact Edinburgh radar 121.2, goodbye.
So 200 and heading 330, heading select, thrust, flight level change speed.
Left 230 degrees, speedbird 1439. Golf Alpha Romeo, route directing cross, Delta Charlie Romeo, correction Delta Charlie Sierra.
Right, directing cross, Golf Romeo.
Easy 902 Sierra.
Yeah, so those levels on the arrival, 260 and 200, they don't count anymore because we were cleared directly to this waypoint here. So yeah, that's something that's nice to know as well.
Air France 689, speed 250 knots.
250 knots, Air France 689.
Easy 902 Sierra, resume on navigation.
Yeah, I don't know about all these things. Maybe they will come in time, you know. It's okay, I'm not, it doesn't bother me.
Scottish, good evening. Easy 6 Nova Delta with you. Got someone.
However, maybe I should start descending a little bit.
Just passing 2,100.
Easy 6 November Delta, thanks. Climb flight level 100.
Climb flight level 100, Easy 6 November Delta.
Because we're getting maybe un poquito high.
Air France 689, turn right heading 130 degrees. The wire will make sense eventually.
No, we trust you 130 degrees heading France 689.
They were talking about one of the aircraft on the arrival flying more than 100 knots faster, so I don't know if you heard the radio exchange where the controller was saying, oh, you've got well different weather, you know.
Easy 902 Sierra, resume on navigation direct Tartan, please. Tango Alpha Romeo, Tango November. I really need you to do that, like right now.
Right now. Hey Manu, how are you doing, sir? Good evening.
It should be at the end of the star.
Welcome back.
I'll tell you what, Easy 902 Sierra, fly heading 360 degrees.
360 for Easy 902 Sierra.
Scottish Control, good evening. Alpaca 14 Charlie on the Tower 6 Charlie, climbing 6,000 feet, passing 2,000.
Vertical speed. Vertical speed, 1,000 feet per minute. Oh. The borders. Very good. That's where the Tala viewer is, the Tango Lima Alpha. Somewhere around there.
121.2, thank you, sorry about the Tartan incident.
The Tartan incident.
Air France 689, turn left.
I like that.
Navigation direct Tartan.
180.
You have to love the Tartan incident.
Air France 689 negative, just resume on navigation direct Tartan and you can descend now.
We're flying to Edinburgh in Scotland.
682.
Gary 7730, turn right, heading 130 degrees.
Right, 130.
1,000 feet to level off.
Air France 1686, turn right heading 130, correction, right heading 360 degrees, descend flight level 130.
Right, heading 360, descent flight level 130, Air France 1686. 130, 360, let's go down. I like those vectors. That's actually quite realistic, because very often if there's a little bit of traffic, not specifically here, but in other places also, they would kind of vector you like this around, and you kind of fly along the arrival close to it, but not exactly on it. They would kind of vector you around, and that's quite nice. Yeah, now we'll descend, because theoretically we need to be flight level 70 by Tartan, which I should change that actually. Descent forecast 70 075. Ah no, 07.
Yeah, 130, don't worry, it'll work out eventually.
065 maybe then. Yeah, flight level 70 now. Shouldn't do that though. Sorry, I'm rambling on then. Yeah, no, I don't have the kiln tonight. Oh, here's the traffic. Can we see the traffic? Oh yeah, here is A320. Oh, here in the scenery we've got a little bit of snow still. Beautiful weather.
185 degrees, climb flight level 240, Alpaca 14 Charlie.
Alpaca 14 Charlie, negative, climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, Alpaca 14 Charlie, sorry.
Air France 1686, turn right heading 150 degrees.
Right heading 150 degrees, Air France 1686. Oula. 150 degrees, he's taking us back. Where are we going? We're going back to Paris. Jesus.
Speedbird 1439, contact Scottish Control.
I don't need to descend like crazy with the speed brakes. We'll keep descending, but...
Scottish Control on 135.505, Speedbird 1439.
So 1439, 135.525.
So instead of actually doing a holding at Tartan, then it's just holding with vectors, basically. The easiest thing really to find out if you're high or low is to use the deviation indicator with the VNAV there. At the moment, theoretically, we are a little bit high, but since it's actually sending us back the way on a delaying vector, then there's no need to expedite the descent, because for the moment we are heading in the wrong direction. So.
France 1686, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220 knots. Can we do 225 to maintain clean speed?
Yep, that's approved.
Thanks, Air France 1686.
And Air France 1686, descent flight level 120, resume all navigation, direct to, actually disregard all navigation, descent flight level 120.
Descent level 120, Air France 1686. Ah, it's a tongue twister, 1686.
Turn left heading 320 degrees.
Left heading 320 degrees, Air France 1686. You're sending us for a little whirly-burly there.
Yeah, that's okay, I'll work eventually.
Yeah, no worries.
So it's rather that, or I start holding unnecessarily.
Yeah.
7730, left hand turn direct. Sorry, right hand turn, fly heading 360 degrees.
Whirly-burly.
Skyway 7730, heading to Edinburgh 121.2, right?
Is that for me?
Skyway 7730, report your heading to Edinburgh radar 121.2, goodbye. 121.2, Alpaca 14 Charlie, so left heading 140.
And we are turning.
Left turn heading 140 degrees, Alpaca 140.
We're good with the fuel, so it's okay. Look at that. The approach here on runway 24 is spectacular, man. Hey, flat broke. Thank you. Direct to Tartan, Air France 1686. Direct to Tartan, LNAV. Thank you, sir, for the follow. Welcome to the arrival into Edinburgh.
Director up and Alpaca 14 Charlie.
Ryanair 6, question easy 6 November Delta, contact Scottish Control 135.5.
How are you doing, sir?
Goodbye.
Yeah, makes us dizzy and go around this, left, right, left. Hey, Flat, how you doing?
6 November Delta, contact Scottish Control 135.525. Goodbye.
Scottish on 135.525, easy 6 November Delta, thanks.
Lovely jubbly.
Shuttle uniform descending out of 275 to 26 at a speed 250.
Shuttle 8 uniform, Scottish Control, hello, descend flight level 200, level by INREV.
Descend flight level 200, level by INREV, Shuttle 8 uniform.
Ryanair 8 Delta uniform, descend flight level 130.
Descend flight level 130, Ryanair 8 Delta.
Ryanair 58, descend flight level 130. Easy 58, descend flight level 130. Flight level 130, easy 58. Scottish Control, Ocean 8 Bravo. Shuttle A Bravo, Scottish Control, low, descent flight level 200, level by INREV.
Actually, need to keep an eye. Yeah, that's okay. Tartan is 15 miles.
686, descent flight level 80.
Descent level 80, Air France 1686. 80.
686, contact Edinburgh radar 121.2. Goodbye.
Edinburgh 121.2, Air France 1686. Bye bye, cheerio.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Edinburgh approach, good evening, Air France 1686, descending flight level 80 inbound Tartan.
Air France 186,
correction, 1686, Edinburgh radar. Hello, the Tartan heading 030 degrees.
Leave Tartan heading 030 degrees, Air France 1686. What call sign did I choose? It's really a tongue twister. 1686. So we'll preset 030 and at Tartan we'll engage heading select.
290 Sierra, contact Edinburgh Tower 118.17. See you soon.
Edinburgh Tower on 118.17, EG90.
The scenery there is ORBX Scotland.
182.
That's the scenery in the background there, which is a little improvement over the ORBX Global. So it's quite nice. I like that. You can definitely fly VFR a little bit with this scenery.
1686, descent level 70.
Descent level 70, Air France 1686. 70 set. So we're gonna make...
Prepare for landing.
Oh, oui, prepare for landing. We're gonna make the Tartan restriction there, no problem. I like when a plan comes together. If you've been watching the A-Team, Hannibal Smith says, I like when a plan comes together.
Air France 1689, descent to altitude 3,000 feet. Once established on the localizer, runway 24, descend with the glide path.
3,000 feet descent when on the glide path 24, descent is 689.
So yeah, you got to watch those hills. Obviously, we're still like way above it, but if you look at the terrain, it's not too bad. 2,300 feet. Yeah. Just about now.
1,000 feet to level off.
After that, it's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be arriving at our destination shortly.
Right, vertical speed.
Edinburgh radar, good evening, EG58 descending to flight level 70.
Right, so the LNAV is starting to turn at Tartan, so now we can go heading select. I always forget the speed brake in the sim here.
Repeat the heading, please.
My ability to fly the sim doesn't reflect my ability to fly the aircraft. There you go. Ah, good, Flatbrook, thank you very much. Glad you like it. It's a nice aircraft indeed. Yeah, the arrival there over the Firth of Forth is spectacular. That will be maybe my second favorite approach actually, because when the weather is clear like this, it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Tower 187, thank you so much.
Let's preset that 1187. I'm really spoiled with ATC at the moment. Every time full coverage is wonderful. Hey, Black Diamond, how you doing? Good evening.
1586, turn left heading 020, correction. Air France 1686, turn left heading 020 degrees.
Left heading 020 degrees, Air France 1686.
Air France 1686, you've got 25 miles to touchdown, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1034.
Descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1034, Air France 1686. So 4,000 feet. Did you say 1036? Confirm the QNH for Air France 1686, please.
Air France 186, correction. 1686 is QNH 1034.
QNH 1034, Air France 1686, thank you very much. Sorry about the call sign, I'm twisting my tongue as well.
All the numbers look the same on my screen, the font's rubbish.
See what you mean.
EG58, turn right heading 040.
Alright, let's descend a little bit.
Right heading 040 for EG58.
Approach checklist. 1686. Yeah.
Traffic. Approach checklist. Altimeters.
1034 set.
1034. Approach checklist complete.
Flight broke. I try maybe twice a week, depending on my schedule and stuff. Maybe twice a week, 3 times a week. If I'm lucky, but it depends really on the schedule and also on like personal life a little bit. So yeah, maybe a couple of times a week, 3 times if I'm lucky. Yeah. Have you during real flight show something on the lower ICAS? No, not really. No, on the lower ICAS will only come on if there's, for example, an engine issue or something. Then the lower ICAS would pop up. But otherwise, no. That's why we fly with the lower ICAS blank like this, because if there's, for example, an engine issue. Left heading 330 degrees, France 1686. 330 degrees. We can adjust to that waypoint. It's gonna work out beautifully.
1000 feet to level off.
Maybe a tiny bit high, but it's not doing too bad. Oh, we are over the water now. It's beautiful. With the city here. Yeah, the bridge is over there in the background here. It's beautiful. Murray Field with the rugby, since we are on the descent altitude 3000 feet, speed 180 knots, France 1686. Flaps 1.
Speed check, flaps 1.
Heading 330 degrees.
Slow heading 220 degrees.
Flaps 5.
Speed check, flaps 5.
Edinburgh radar, good evening, shuttle uniform descending out of 11 set off a 7 set on dot top A320.
Flaps 15.
Speed check, flaps 15.
Drag all the metal there.
Heading 030 degrees. Perfect, full leave Taunton heading 030 degrees.
Right. And now we can extend the center line. 241.
Air France 1686, turn left heading 270 degrees, cleared ILS approach, runway 24.
Left heading 270 degrees, cleared ILS approach, runway 24, Air France 1686. Right. Clear for the approach.
Right heading 345, east 5.
Runway down to uniform 26 miles to touchdown, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH.
Beautiful.
Down to 4,000 feet, QNH 103.
Hey! No, that's only 4.5 Bob and Frog. Localize established runway 24, Air France 1686.
Roger. D58, descend altitude 3,000 feet.
Down to 3,000 feet, easy 5.
Yeah, there's a couple of little islands here. The kind of hill, pretty much in the city center actually. Arthur Seat. I was talking about East Fortune, where the Concorde is somewhere in this area there. So maybe half an hour from Edinburgh. The airport straight ahead here. The rugby stadium, since we are once again in a rugby theme. The city here.
But you remember one thing.
Hey Kenzie, 23's right. Thank you for the follow.
You'll be flying a cargo plane full of rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong. Yes, sir.
Yeah, ED58, turn left heading 1, correction, left turn heading 270 degrees, once cleared ILS approach, runway 24.
Left heading 270, cleared ILS 24, easy 5.
Shuttle 8 Battle, speed 220 knots.
Speed C20, shall I
Glide slope capture, 3000 feet for the missed approach. Gear down.
Gear down.
Flaps 20.
Speed checked, flaps 20.
Beautiful. Look at that. Sunny Edinburgh.
2500.
Check, check. 2500. Ooh, yeah, yeah.
Uniform 24 miles from touchdown, descend to altitude 4.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
Cabin crew, take your seats. Flaps 30.
Speed checked, flaps 30.
1624, Air France 1686.
Air France 1686, thanks. Contact Edinburgh Tower 118.7.
Edinburgh Tower 118.7, Air France 1686. Cheerio.
Shuttle 8 Bravo 26 miles from touchdown, descend altitude.
Edinburgh Tower, good evening, Air France 1686, 5.5 miles, runway 24.
Air France 1686, Edinburgh Tower, good evening, runway 24, service wind 2, close to degrees 5 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 24, Air France 1686.
And Air France 168, Quebec, contact Scottish 126.3, bye-bye.
Alright, 160 to 4 roughly.
Enjoy the rest of your flight. By the way, is there anyone on?
Hey, Razray, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the arrival into Edinburgh. Clear to land, runway 24. Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright, let's stabilize the throttles there. Good. Right, here comes the motion. Prepare for impact, exactly. Let's go. Disconnect.
Approach stable.
Flight director, flying manually. 1000 is checked. 5 knots on the wind, I don't have any excuses. Huh? We are clear to land.
Approaching 2-4.
Check, check. Checkity check. Still a very slight crosswind from the right. 252 for 241 on the runway track, 5 knots.
400.
Check, check. Ah, there's a bit. There's a little bit of traffic.
Approaching minimums.
Check, check.
200.
Check.
Minimums.
Minimums.
Continue.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
Here we are. Lovely jubbly. And we roll to the end.
1,200 meters remaining.
Manual braking. Cool, here we are.
900 meters.
We are still alive. I can translate that. Here we are. I'll keep the speed a little bit because you can only vacate at the end, and the exit there on the left is too narrow for 777, so you need to vacate all the way to the end.
Good evening, is 58 LS24.
C58 Edinburgh Tower, good evening, continue approach to 24, expect late land clearance.
Late landing clearance, is 58.
Yeah, yeah.
France 1686, vacate left when able.
Vacate left, Air France 1686. Yep. I know.
Approaching 06.
No, I'm vacating. Runway vacated, Air France 1686.
Okay, roger, break, easy 58, runway 24, service wind 25 degrees, 5 knots, clear to land.
That's that, cool. We're still alive. Happy days, eh?
Air France 187 behind the landing, EasyJet, set A321, right out, 1 line up 24 behind.
Line up and wait, Air France 187.
Edinburgh Tower, good evening, shuttle full Alpha.
Shuttle 4 Alpha, Edinburgh Tower, hello, roger.
Cool. Let's clean up. Up. Speed brake retracted. Switch off the terrain. I will vacate on Alpha, yeah. I don't know if ground is on. Yeah, ground is on. Oh. The EasyJet is just landed. You should have made the exit there. It's okay. You're forgiven. It's okay.
Easy 5, vacating.
Yeah, he's got one aircraft departing here on the threshold and one at 4 miles. He's playing with fire there. Okay to clean up.
Check.
Roger, Air France 187, runway 24, service wind 25 degrees, 5 knots, clear for takeoff.
Air France TFO, takeoff, runway 24, Air France 187.
Votre sécurité et celle de ceux autour de vous.
Air France 1686 on Alpha.
France 1686, roger, contact ground 121.75.
121.75, Air France 1686. Bye bye.
Easy 5, aim for you, contact ground 121.75.
Ne fumez pas. Edinburgh ground, good evening, Air France 1686 on Alpha. Request stand 1, 2 or 10 if you have.
Air France 1686, Edinburgh ground, hello, taxi, Alpha, Foxtrot, stand 1, 2.
Alpha, Foxtrot, stand 1, 2, Air France 1686. That's gonna be interesting. I don't have GSX for that. No problem. No bother.
Thank you for choosing to fly with us. It's been our pleasure looking after
Taxi Alpha Echo to stand 1 Bravo, EGPH.
onward journey and hope to see you again.
That was amazing. Here's Edinburgh. Quite distinctive tower.
Edinburgh, Aries Oscar, QNH 1035, Edinburgh.
Oh, it's gonna be a nice landing. Very nice. Ole. A little bit of a puff of smoke. Is it Ryanair? Oh yeah, it's Ryanair. yeah, I know. I've got to that's why I'm trying to kind of stick to what I know here, because if I start like to diverge too much, then I'm gonna pick up like wrong habits. Hello, Ryanair. Cool. Hey, Romain Sama, thank you for the follow.
You'll be flying a cargo plane full of rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong. Yes, sir.
Number 12, he said. I don't know if... Oh, it's busy. Alpha Foxtrot. Foxtrot is the second right. Stand number 1. Ah, it was empty there. Why are you sending me to number 12? Ah well, have to comply. I think the heavies actually park on the other side. I think they, but it's not in the scenery actually, because it's a new bit that was built in Edinburgh. But I think you kind of park on this side there, behind this building there. Anyway, that was an amazing flight. Enjoyed that. So still on Alpha. This one on the right here is Echo. Yeah, Echo. Taxiway sign here. And then the next one will be Foxtrot.
Edinburgh ground speed at 982, back with you, stand 4, ready for push and start.
Oh, there's another landing.
982, hold position, spot inbound.
Nice.
Position 982.
Lovely. A little puff of smoke again, right on the numbers. Very impressive, sir. Look at that. That's an Airbus, I think. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Ah, EasyJet is following, Ryanair is vacating. Very nice. You must think I'm taxiing like a granny there. 6 knots. Ah, I'm taking my time. Right, so the next one would be Foxtrot. Number 3, oh yeah, but we don't have... I don't even know if stand 12 is gonna be in that UK 2000 scenery.
Just locked on your stand, you can go to stand 1 Alpha via Echo.
Yeah, no problem, 1 Alpha, 4 easy flight.
Ha.
You got 982 after the EasyJet A321 passes left to right, stand 4, push and start approved.
That's the EasyJet 320, pushes left to passes left to right, push and start approved, stand 4, speed at 982.
Let's have a look at the actual chart.
Good evening, Shuttle 8 uniform, make it Bravo.
Shuttle 8 uniform,
Oops.
Edinburgh, hold Alpha 12.
Hold Alpha 12, Shuttle 8 uniform.
Ryanair 8 Delta uniform, taxi Alpha Lima Golf Hotel, stand 3.
Oh yeah, yeah. 12 is in the corner there. But it's not in the scenery. So that's 11. Oops. Yeah, and that's... So 12 is in the middle there. We go to this one then. Yeah, it's not in the scenery, unfortunately. Yeah. Lights and doors. I'll just dump the aircraft and disconnect because I'm not really in the good position.
Cool, disarm doors and cross check.
8 0 2 Tango, it's a push and start, stand 1. For current information, QNH 1034.
8802 Tango, Edinburgh, hello, it's information Oscar with a QNH of 1035.
Alright, we'll dump it here. And disconnect so that I get out of the way. Cool. Excellent. Right. So parking brake is set, APU is running, we can shut down the engines. Disarm the doors. That's it. Welcome to sunny Edinburgh. Well, that's not too bad. Not bad parking, actually. Yeah, this whole area has kind of changed a little bit because that grassy bit is not there anymore. This whole area is actually a few parking gates there, so it's changed since the scenery was made. But the scenery is quite realistic there, it looks good. So yeah, that's Edinburgh for you. That's that. We'll do the shutdown. We can blank the minimums, we can reset the IFSD, stop the clock. What else? Reset the FMC to the idle page.
Bon, I'm ready for the checklist.
Allez, on fait la checklist alors. Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Parking brake.
Set.
Shutdown checklist complete.
Cool. That's it, folks. Welcome to Edinburgh. Like always, I'll hang around. We'll actually shut down the aircraft at the roue. I'm not gonna do the disembarking. And we can do the... doesn't matter about the checklist, actually. Cool. That's it. So I hope you enjoy the flight. I'll stick around for a few minutes just to take any last minute questions, any comments, anything that you would like clarified, and then I'll head into the sunset once again. Hey, Virtual Pilot, have a good evening. Thanks for joining us today again. Thank you very much. Yeah, Bernard, thank you as well. Thank you. We'll see you next time, hopefully. Thank you very much. I'll keep everybody posted like always with Discord and also the schedule on you know, the Twitch channel. Oh yeah, press the thumbs. Cool. Thank you very much, Ralba. We'll see you soon. Have a good weekend, and hopefully see you next week. Thank you very much. Hey, Rotterdigger. Thank you so much again. You've been a star over the last couple of days. Thank you to Romain for the follow, Raz Raid today. Kinsey, Flatbroke, Krusty who subscribed as well, on top of the cheers and the follow. Rotterdigger who's subscribed to tier 3 today. Amazing. We listened to Van Halen for that. Aviator Jake, Wombat, Joti, True Sky, and NS Osoi, who subscribed also during the day. Gunnar, thank you very much. Have a good night as well. And yeah, stay safe. That's the key word there. You see, I'm doing a flight for the rugby and the Six Nations, and 16 players of the French team went down with this thing. So yeah, not that everybody is gonna be unwell, but that's the thing. You don't know which side of the coin you're gonna fall on, you know, without sounding like melodramatic. You know, you don't know if it's just gonna be like a little something, or if you're gonna end up, you know, being in a difficult situation. So yeah, you have to try to keep safe, avoid, if you can, sign of the times, unfortunately. Good night, Subsonic, thank you very much. And yeah, on those wise words, I guess once again I'll head into the sunset. Thank you again, Rotterdigger, for this amazing support today. Thank you to all of you for joining me. I hope you find the you know, the broadcast interesting, that you can pick up a few little tips here and there. That's the aim of the channel. So hopefully that kind of works out, and you kind of enjoy also spending a little bit of time with me here. But yeah, as I said, I'll only be back pretty much at the end of next week, maybe Thursday, Friday, back here, because I'm away pretty much all week. So I'll see you around next weekend probably. But in the meantime, take care, enjoy your weekend. Keep an eye open for the new 777-200ER and the update. We'll see what it's like. I don't have any information, but I do suspect it's gonna come out this weekend. So keep an eye open for that. See what you think, if it's to your liking or not. To me, the 200ER is the same aircraft exactly as this. The flight deck will be exactly the same. I'm not sure what the updates will be about. There might be a few bits and pieces, maybe better textures, maybe a few things fixed. Of course, with the 200ER, I think they said that there will be an EFB here, maybe a few other things. We'll see what it's like. I'm sure we'll have the opportunity to discuss that on the Discord in particular. But Yeah, have a nice sunset to work in. Cool. But yeah, otherwise, have a good week as well. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week towards the end of next week. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.